So for this equation, I'm not entirely sure that it really exists, that it would happen in the real world. So someone asked me to balance it, so let's just balance it as kind of an academic exercise, see what we can do. Count the atoms up first. I have 3 iron, 4 oxygen, plus, don't forget these 2 right here. That gives us 6, 2 iron atoms here, and then 3 oxygen atoms. So we've counted the atoms up, and I think my first instinct is to double this iron here. Get this to be an even number. That might make it easier to balance these, and the oxygen might work out. I like to leave the oxygens till last, especially since I have this one by itself here. So we'll put a 2 in front of the Fe3O4, 3 times 2. That'll give us 6. And then for the oxygens, let's update those. We have 4 times 2, that's 8, plus the 2 here. So now we have 10 oxygen atoms. So I can balance the irons. I could put a 3 here, 2 times 3. That equals 6. But then I have 3 times 3. That equals 9. So we're close, but this equation isn't balanced. I think if I'm to double everything here, if I made that a 6, then I'd need to double everything here, make this a 4. But since the oxygen's by itself, then it would just stay the same. It wouldn't really affect the number. So we'd end up with a different set of numbers here. Let's see if that works. So let me clear all this stuff here. And then let's change this to a 6 and this to a 4. And we said this would be a 6 and this would be a 4. We just doubled those numbers. Let's add them up now, see what happens. 3 times 4, that's 12 irons. 4 times 4 is 16, plus 2. That'll give us 18 oxygens. And then on the product side, 2 times 6, that's 12. And 3 times 6, that's 18. So doubling these actually worked. If we didn't have an oxygen in the equation and we doubled these, it wouldn't do anything. We've just doubled the equation. Because this oxygen, though, here is by itself, that gave us different numbers, and that allowed us to balance the equation. Again, not necessarily sure if this is a reaction I would see in the laboratory, but kind of an interesting one to balance. This is Dr. B with the balanced equation for Fe3O4 plus O2 yields Fe2O3. Thanks for watching.